Echa para allá, todo lo malo echa para allá, se lo da oro. Echa para allá, todo lo malo echa para allá, sube la mano para arriba, dale para abajo, para el otro lado, para el otro. Yeah, I don't know that song well, but that's a. Well, actually, I think it existed first, but I like the Pitbull version. And since I am today to film a depressing video, I decided to film it on a beautiful place. This is my grandparents' ranch again. And I am to talk to you guys about today the worst fucking week of my life. That's why I chose the chapaya, all the bad things over there. Like, okay, where do I start? Well, I expected Tuesday the 13th, you know. I did a superstition. I saw a horoscope and I did a video about that. Well, about superstitions and future and blah, blah, blah. And well, guess what? That stupid day came true. But not in the way I wanted to. I mean, what I really wanted was for him to declare his love. I was to have like the best love in the days over a decade, years over a decade, some shit like that. And guess what? He did. He did declare his love for me. I am to sit here. He declared not his love, actually, but what he felt. And this was what he said. Now, let me show you guys about karma. He said, well, first off, that day on Tuesday, he told me, I have something to tell you. And I was like, what? Oh, and let me tell you, on Monday, he was all over me. He went and sat next to my friends, and my friends were like saying bullshit about men, and they were like, men are stupid, men do this, men are douchebags, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like sitting there, and my friend Michelle, sorry, of the dogs, we've got dogs here. My friend Michelle was like, yeah, I hate them. And then Mel was like, I gotta go. And then she was like, no, sit back down. And my friend Adriana like gave him like the worst thing ever. She was like, yeah, sit back down. Maybe that way you can now know how to get her. Referring to me, like maybe we can now, you know. And he was like, bullshit, you know. And I didn't even hear that. I was talking to my friend Miriam. Anywho, we like gave him a lot of like indirectas in Spanish. I don't find the word. I don't remember in English, but a lot of like things for him to finally focus on me. And on Tuesday, he was like, I have something to tell you. And I was like, what? And he was like, I can't. I've got class. I'll tell you later. And I was like, okay. So all day Tuesday was like, it's 13th. It's 13th. And I told my friends like, it's 13th. And they were like, Joanna, I'm going to be the one to win. I'm going to want to be the one to say no. It's not 13th. My friend Miriam, because she was she's a Capricorn too. So we were like fighting on which one was to win. And well, I think neither of us won. Because what she wanted was for them to not say anything to ruin everything. But for me, it was like, no. They're to declare their love. And well, neither of us won. The queer part was I did not see him after because he had to go to class. So I talked to him by Facebook. And well, it was the queerest of talks. He told me that he had finally discovered, what he had to tell me was that he finally discovered that we weren't cousins. And I was like, are you serious? Like, I was like, I've been waiting so long to finally hear that. So I was so excited, you know. I could have sworn in that moment, bullshit, we're going to be something. And for this, I texted him. I am one of those stupid girls who always tells guys, you know, what they feel. Never, ever, ever, ever in your life, no matter how much you fucking want to, tell a guy you have a crush on him. And this guy already knows. My mom already knows, right? I mean, we had told that before a long time ago, but I retold it, you could say. Because I texted, like, I know, and, well, now that you know that we're not cousins, I was, like, hoping, you know, we can, like, try this for a week. We can, like, be in a relationship for a week, and if it feels weird, we'll stop. If it just feels okay, we can, like, continue and see where this heads to. And he was like, yeah, now, we're not cousins, but that's a bad idea. And I was like, why is that a bad idea? And he was like, because the problem is I already kind of got used to seeing you as a friend, like a cousin. Well, now not my cousin, but now my friend. And I was like, are you fucking serious? Such a luck I have with men. But you know what's the worst part? Karma. When Javier told me that he had, like, well, he had a crush on me, but he never did make a move. So he came to me, he was like, okay, Giovanna, I was sitting in my room, and me too. I was like, I need to tell Giovanna. I need to tell Giovanna that I want her. So he went and he told me, and what I said was, I'm sorry, Javier. You took so long. I started seeing you as a friend. I don't think if I can ever look at you as another way. And that is exactly what Memo told me. Karma is a bitch, and it bites you in the ass. So be careful with that. That's why I say you never, ever, ever tell a guy you're not going to be with him. Or that guy you want is going to tell you you're not. There's a B here. Or that guy is going to tell you you're not going to. He's not going to be with you. And I know that, but when I saw Javier that day, I just had to tell him I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, I'm sorry. I see his friend, and I don't think if I can change that. And that's exactly what Mama told me. But it was worse, the feeling, because it was like, okay, from being the cousin, at least a sweet, like the most important cousin, now I'm back, like, to a friend. So that sucks. But whatever. That wasn't the worst thing. The next morning, on Tuesday, because my friend Paulina was like, read the tarot for me, read the tarot. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm talking to him. We're talking something really serious. Because we ended up as friends and that we were supposed to talk to this in school. Well then, on Tuesday, Paulina calls me and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And she was like, yeah, because of the picture. And I was like, what picture? The picture he uploaded. I was like, yeah, it's just a picture of him and his dad when he was like a child and they're skiing. And she was like, the comments below. And I was like, why? And then there was a bitch. Well, this is the worst part. In my Facebook, it doesn't appear. Somebody, like, he blocked it. And on Paulina's Facebook, it appeared, and she showed me a picture, and it was like, one girl commented, oh, I've got the cutest brother-in-law. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. Are you serious? So he's dating another bitch. And I was like, no, my God. How long has this been going on? Because he still tells me he has a crush on me. Oh, because he told me. I still have a Christian, you know, because I was like, but don't you feel anything for me? And he was like, of course I feel something for you. You know that. It's just I see you as my friend now. So I was like, what the fuck? You can't like somebody and see them as a friend. Well, I don't want to speak too soon, but it's never happened to me, so I don't know. And, like, Paulina was like, no, well, like, you know, I just saw that, well, he has a girlfriend now, and was like, are you serious? I started running through all the school, walking. I had nowhere to go. I was talking to Paulina. Everybody stared at me, and I was like, I don't give a damn. I am so pissed. And it wasn't, like, I wasn't pissed because, you know, he would have a girlfriend. I was pissed. Two things. One, he lied to me, and I could have sworn he never did. When everybody told me, like, maybe he's lying, I was like, no, he always has a way to prove to me he's not lying. He always did. Second, did I fall again for the douchebag? I mean, did he do exactly what Harry did to me? I don't know if I've ever told you this. After I casted him, which it worked, he came back. I got an inbox from the girlfriend, like, you're the other woman, and I was like, are you serious? And then, like, I broke all contact with him, and I was like, well, at least you paid until you cry. This phone ain't broken, and it ain't broken yet, because he's been looking for me more, and I'm like, sorry, Harry. I ain't going out with you. I love Memo, but he ain't going out with me. So that day was like, whatever, and I saw him, but really fast, and he was like to talk to me, but I just couldn't. And on Wednesday, I was with my friend Sophia, and I told her. So Sophia was like, I don't care. She's like the sweetest friend ever. She's got like the cutest little voice, so kawaii, and she's like a little blonde, and she's just so kawaii, so cute. And Sophia was like, I don't care. The little voice like that. I don't care. I'm going to see him bad. I'm going to eye him, and he's going to suffer. And I was like, Sophia. And then she just went. And she came back, and she's like, everybody saw him. And I was like, oh, Sophia. I already eyed him. I already stared at him back. And I was like, okay, Sophia. And she just hugged me and we just started talking. And then she's like, oh my God, he's coming. And I was like, bullshit. And Sophia just saw him like that again and left. And then he came and he grabs me by the arm and put his chest against my breast. And I could have sworn he was about to kiss me. But I moved like this, like a dramatic movie, like, oh, no, you bastard, you may not kiss me, even though I desperately want you to. And then he was like, hello. And I was like, hi. And then he was like, okay, we'll talk later. Yeah, bye. And it was like so fucking awkward. And then on Thursday, that was even dreadfuler. I was with my friend Paulina. And I was with him. With Paulina, and we were walking, and he came, and then he just started talking to me, normal. But whenever I say hello, he like pulls me, like he won't stay in like, you know, in Mexico when you say hello, you just, you know, you have to kiss, like the cheek. But he just pulls me more, and I was like, dude, you said we want to be friends. Why did you act upon me like that? I mean, I wanted you to act upon me like that, you didn't, and now that you can't, now you do. What the fuck? Seriously. And then, I'm like, I think someone's here. And then, like, the rest of the week, I mean, forget him now. I'm gonna start walking. Because there's people there. Like, on Thursday, my friend Rodolfo tells me that there's some people with guys from, chefs, study to be chef. I don't know how you call that. Gastronomy. I don't know. Those douchebags said they wanted to do something to me, and they started calling me witch. Because I do bring the tarot to school sometimes, all the time almost. But my friends are always asking, and it's my gift, so I must do it. But they started calling me witch, and then they were like, no, that was on Wednesday when he told me. So I was like, and he was like, just don't stay near them. I was like, okay. I won't. And on Thursday, yeah, because that was on Wednesday, and on Thursday is when one of them comes, and they're like, hey, I saw your book last week, you know, because I presented my book in front of the school, and I was really curious. Could I read it? And I was like, no fucking way. I know you want to harm me in some way. I don't know what you're going to do to my book. So I was like, yeah, maybe later. I'm so not going to lend them the book. So that I was scared. So I'm confused feelings because of the man I love. And now this one is like saying to me that he wants to harm me, all the ones from that class, because they think I'm a witch, which I guess I am, but I'm a Wiccan witch. They don't even know that. I'm Wiccan Catholic. So, whatever. And then the worst thing happened on Thursday. There's a lot of people here. A lot of workers. On Thursday, it was totally worse. Because guess who I fucking saw on Thursday? I have never talked to you well about my teacher, Mariana, the one I had a crush on. Well, I am to make a video about that soon. I promise. I guess I'm ready now. I fucking saw him. He went to school. And it was so weird because I was with my friend Ariel and Adriana. And Adriana was like, I have to go. So I stayed with Ariel. And then Ariel's little guy. Here's my gay friend, just to remember. And that's his real name. So I was with Adriana and Ariel. And Adriana leaves. And Ariel and I were packing her stuff. And Adriana just calls me. And she's like, he's here. And I was like, who's here? Mariano. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I'm just leaving. He's just entering the school. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. Are you fucking serious? And she was, yes, like, I'm fucking serious. No shit. And I was like, are you serious? So I just grabbed all my stuff. And I was like, Ariel. He was like, what? I was like, Chinos, because that's how we called him. He was like, what? And I was like, my teacher. What? My drawing teacher. Mariano, he's here. The one I had a crush on. He was like, no. And I was like, yeah. And so we grabbed her for all our stuff. And we just started hiding, and we just passed, and I could have sworn, like, he was to turn, but I hid on a wall, because we were, like, from the second floor, so I hid on a wall, so he did not see me, because he was down there. So I just grabbed my stuff again, and I entered the classroom, because there's, like, two doorways, say. One, you can just go down the stairs and go directly outside, One you can pass through my classroom and then go outside. So I passed through my classroom and aerial too, and then I saw my now drawing teacher, which his name is Arthur. He's really cool, and I don't have a crush on him, and he's gay, so whatever. And like we started talking, I was like, he's here, and I was like, and he was like, what's going on with you, Joanna? And it was like, the guy you like? And I was like, no. The girl you like? And I was like, no. And Ariel was like, does he know? I'm like, Ariel. And that's another whole video I'll talk to you about later. And I was like, no. And then he was like, but what are you talking about? And I'm like, the guy I liked before. And he was like, who is that? It was like, the one who you took his job from? And he was like, no. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, I thought, if I told you, you're going to be like, are you serious, Giovanna? And then he's like, whatever you tell me, I'm always like, are you serious, Giovanna? So it was horrible. And I went back downstairs. Like, we were like, okay. And Ariel was like, Giovanna, we're going to have to pass through there. You want it or not, we're going to have to pass through there. I was like, you're right. So I went with Ariel. I took his hand. We were like walking and was like, ignore him, ignore him, ignore him. And he stared at me. I'm like, he saw me like, Giovanna, I haven't seen you in so much time. And he had such a crush on me, and me too. So it was weird. And then whenever I did pass, because I did pass through there, because we stayed in school like for an hour and waiting for my mom to come. When we did pass through there, either he turned to not see me or I turned to not see him. We just couldn't see each other. It was horrible. So what confusion. If I thought that day was awkward to see him, well, that day was even awkwarder to see my stupid teacher. And finally, then towards Friday, when I have to give my teacher, Miss Gabby, my work, she's angry with me. She was like, I'm waiting for you. You're the last one in giving your homework. And I'm like, I'm sorry. So this week was really the worst week of my life. And today's Saturday. It's this weekend, so I hope it ends. And I have entered the worst depression in the world because of this douchebag man of my mom. You know, like in Twilight, well, a new moon, when Bella starts crying and with those yeah, we've got roosters here. And Bella starts like crying with the fucking nightmares. And you're like, are you fucking serious? That's like, okay, yeah, I know you could get sad because I'm a man, but you can't cry and have those nightmares. Shut up, you rooster. I think it's a turkey, actually. And I'm like, you can't have them. And I always laughed at Bella and Stephanie Meyer for writing that. And well, guess what? I'm fucking having those nightmares. I can't sleep because of him. I have nightmares of religion now that I'm working Catholic. Like, I have to cast, but then I have to pray. I don't know if it's confusing if I have to choose one, but no, I want to choose both. And, well, I think that's okay with that, but still. I mean, and then nightmares with him, of not having him, of him being with that other bitch. Because then I realized he does not have a girlfriend. They told me that he's been going out for 2 weeks with his ex-girlfriend, but they're not boyfriend and girlfriend yet. And frankly, I just don't know if I should at all cast and make him get some vengeance, because I have the greatest spell I want to do, which if I am to do, I'm to talk to you about this. A spell for whenever he kisses her, he thinks of me. He kisses my lips. Whenever he wants to make love to her, he thinks of what we lived. Second base. When he wants to say I love you to her, he will only think he loves me. And that is the greatest spell ever. But I have to still think, does he deserve it? And of course he does. Should I do it? Or am I just so depressed, I don't give a damn for what he does or feels now? I just don't really know what to do. So this was the worst fucking week in my life. And let me tell you guys, I am in such depression, I do not care for anything at all. Maybe it's just YouTube. And that's all. I don't care for my homework, I don't care for eating, I don't care for anything. I am so sad. And I don't know if I ever was that way with Brian, because he was the only man I've ever loved. And maybe with this guy too. And he just doesn't love me. I don't believe crap anymore. And I still got my religion bracelets. Like, the purple one, the diamonds, is Gypsy, as I read the future. The other one, well, it's my cross. And this one is Wiccan. But I just don't believe in anything anymore. I just don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if I should move on or not. All I know is I just don't want to fall in love again. I love him. And I just don't want anyone else, but the problem is he doesn't love her. I mean, I'm so stressed. He doesn't love me, he loves her. So it's like, no me vuelvo a enamorar, totalmente para qué, si la primera vez. I don't know this song. All I know is, this was the worst fucking week in my life. So if you ever had the worst fucking week in your life, what's to do with it? Just think it's a week. Don't worry, it's to be Monday, and hopefully this Monday will be better than all your fucking week you had. So, I'm just hoping to pass it. Oh! And just to make it worse, I'm in my Bloody Marys. Period. So that's why I guess this is the worst week of my life. And I just started, I didn't even end it. I just hope next week is so much better. Even though I've got the hardest of exams to come. And I don't know what the hell with my exams. It's just so hard, but whatever. So, thank you for watching this horrific video and actually seeing almost all of my ranch, because I just realized I walk through everywhere. For listening to the roosters, thank you for everything, YouTube. And hopefully I'll film next time I have a better week. Which I haven't talked about my non-superstition week. I gotta talk about that. That happened like a month ago. Maybe I'll do a video. Bye, YouTube.